Welcome to the Grand Haven Area Public Schools 5D Plus Summative Scoring Guide. Our goal is to better learn the process used by evaluators to assess observation and conversation data, leading to a summative evaluation. We're going to start from the beginning, and once you go into Pivot, click on Evaluations, and then Start Evaluation. Next, you want to select the appropriate drop-down menus. Third, begin the summative scripting ratings with purpose. After rating each indicator, choose a final dimension rating based on the preponderance of evidence. You convert the final dimension rating to a number. The ratings convert to the following. Distinguished would be a 4, proficient 3, basic 2, and unsatisfactory 1. In this case, we would convert proficient to a 3. If you notice in the ratings, there are 1 basic, 3 proficient, and a distinguished, which by preponderance of evidence would mean proficient. Now, what you may want to do, and what you probably should do, is write down proficient 3 for that particular rubric, because we're going to come back to that at the end. In student engagement, you'll notice that there are 2 proficient and 3 distinguished, and by preponderance of evidence, we would call that distinguished or a 4. For curriculum and pedagogy, we haven't rolled this one out yet. We haven't used that, so you would leave this one blank, as well as assessment for student learning. Those two should be blank. Classroom environment and culture, you look at that and you have 3 basic and 2 proficient, and by preponderance of evidence, we would call that basic or a 2. In professional collaboration and communication, there is 2 proficient and 3 distinguished, and by preponderance of evidence, that's distinguished or a 4. In step 10, you'll leave the final rating blank and click Finalize Evaluation. After you click Finalize Evaluation, you'll see this warning. Click OK. And then after you click OK, you'll see another alert and click OK again. Back on the dashboard, choose Start Final Summative Evaluation. And again, you're going to want to select the appropriate drop-down menus. After opening the summative evaluation, you'll be prompted to enter a value for student growth. Use the student growth rubric to find this value. So when you look at that rubric, effective column is a 3. A deviation to the right is a 0.25. A deviation to the left is a minus 0.25. In this case, the teacher would earn a 3.25. Enter the student growth value, 3.25. Next, enter the attendance and discipline value. If the staff member has greater than 11 absences or any verbal or written reprimand, this value is 0. A verbal or written reprimand would be an official verbal or written reprimand that would go through Human Services. Otherwise, enter a 4. So this number should be either 0 or 4. Now we need to enter teacher effectiveness values. This is the average of the 4 dimensions graded earlier. Enter a final label using the scoring rubric. Leave final score blank. And then, finally, you'll select Print Options and print 2 copies. This completes the summative scoring process and hopefully answers any questions that you may have.